Hey Julie, Julie, ich bin Romeo.
Entschuldigung, Melanie, ich sehe keinen Kontakt mit dem Namen Romeo.
Hola, buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? And welcome back to my channel. Some of you may be a little confused right now because normally my videos are in German. But you know, new year, new me, so I decided to do some English videos. No, I'm just kidding. The real reason why I decided to do some English videos is that I feel fucking weird whenever I speak proper German. Whenever I'm editing my videos and I have to listen to what I'm saying, I feel so weird and I have to cringe so hard. So I decided to try it in English. I don't know if it's better, but you know, let's give it a try. And please don't hate on me because I know that my English is not perfect. I'm not a native speaker, but I feel more comfortable and for me it's easier to express my emotions and my feelings whenever I speak English. It's been like this for over 5 years now, and yeah, that's the reason why this video will be in English. I hope you guys will still enjoy it, and yeah, let's get started. So today's video is a little bit different. It's going to be a story time video. I don't even know how to tell the whole story without recording for like an hour. Some of you probably won't believe it because I wouldn't believe it either if it didn't happen to me. But I feel like I'm okay with it now and I can talk about it without crying and without feeling the pain I had to feel a few years ago. This whole drama started like, I don't even remember, 4 or 5 years ago. I went on holiday with my family and it was all fun. We enjoyed it a lot and I got to know a girl. She was really kind, she was really cute, I loved her a lot. So we spent a lot of time together and one day I saw that she had a Tokio Hotel tattoo. And you gotta know that at this time I was super obsessed with that band. I had posters, I had all the CDs, I had all the fucking merch that ever came out. I listened to their music every single day, every single second. It was totally crazy. And then I loved that girl even more because we had something in common and we just talked about Tokio Hotel all day long. And one day she started telling me, you know, there's a guy on Twitter and he claims to be Bill Kaulitz. I don't really know if it's really him, but people told me that it's him and he wanted to create this account to give his fans something back or anything like that. I don't even remember it exactly. But the curious little bitch I started following that person on Twitter. And deep down I knew that there's just no chance that it's Bill Kaulitz. Like, there's just no fucking chance. Anyway, he followed me back and I started texting him, not even asking him like, hey, are you Bill? I was just like, hey, how you doing? Just asking random questions. And we kept on texting for weeks and weeks and it was a lot of fun. And one day he told me, hey, if you want I can add you on Skype. I normally don't do this, but I feel like you're a cool person, so you know, just let's do it. And I was like, yeah, that's actually great because on Skype you have the option to do video calls, and this was just a way to find out if it's really Bill. So we kept on texting on Skype and I was at this point where I got emotionally attached to that person. Deep down I still knew, oh, it's probably not Bill, but I didn't even care anymore. I was just like, I like the person behind. The person really cared about me. The person knew when I was feeling bad or when I was feeling depressed or shit. And I got so close to that person that I even got up at like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning just to text him, because if you know Tokio Hotel, you probably also know that Bill and Tom are living in LA. So I had to get up in the middle of the night just to keep on texting, and this was really crazy because I had to go to school the next morning. But I did it. I know that he also added some other girls on Skype because we had like a group chat. And yeah, the conversation there was always really weird because every girl wanted to be his one and only, if I can say it like that. And then there was this point where things started to get really, really weird. For example, he told me a lot of things about the new album, the sound, the release date and stuff like that, and it turned out to be true. And there's also a point where he texted me oh my god, Pumba was his dog. Rest in peace, Pumba, we love you. And he said, oh my god, Pumba is so cute at the moment, I have to take a picture later and upload it on Instagram. And it was so weird because a few hours later, there was a picture of Pumba on Bill's official Instagram site. So at this point, I was like, oh, it has to be Bill Kaulitz because another person wouldn't know that. And even my friends who told me, there's no fucking chance that it's really him. Why should Bill create a Twitter account and communicate with fangirls? I mean, you know, it's just unrealistic. Even they told me, oh my god, I feel like it's really him. So I got even more attached to him. I was crazy about him, I'm not gonna lie, I was crazy. So we kept on texting on Skype for over 2 years, and if you're constantly in contact with a person for over 2 fucking years, you just love them, like a part of your heart belongs to them. You can't do anything about it. But after 2 years, a lot of things changed. He barely talked to me anymore because Tokio Hotel was coming back, and this was also his excuse. He told me, oh no, we're on the road, we're on the studio, I can't talk to you. And I also started telling him, hey, I want to see your face, can I call you on Skype? And there were so many excuses like, I'm drunk, I'm sick, I'm hangover, my camera is broken and all that stuff. So I got really suspicious. A few days later, a friend of mine called me, and she's living in Austria as well, and she was like, hey, we're going to Munich because we know that Bill Kaulitz will be there at the airport sooner or later, so if you want to join us, you can. Do you want? So we went there in the middle of the night. We waited hours and hours for Bill at the airport. It was so crazy because everyone was looking at us like, what are you doing here? Even the security guards came over like, can I help you? No, we're just waiting for someone. So I decided to ask my Skype Bill at which time he will arrive at the airport. And he told me, oh, I'll be there like in an hour. And it was fucking weird because 1 hour later, Bill fucking Kaulitz was at the airport in Munich. And of course I went completely crazy and I started crying and shit like that. And then we took our pictures. And this was the weirdest of it all because I was the last one to take my picture. First, some random girl, we didn't know her, took her picture. Then there was like one friend of mine and the other. And I was the last one. And he was really kind and friendly to all the girls. But when it was my turn to take my picture, he looked at me in a really weird way and he just said, hi, that kind of hi you would say to someone you haven't seen for a really long time, but you know. At this point, I was already done. So I took my picture and he went away. And I wasn't able to ask him, hey, are you that guy I am texting with on Skype? Because I was just too fucking excited. And I regretted it the second he stepped away. And I told my friend, I gotta ask him now. I have to ask him now, otherwise I will never ever know it. So we followed him and his security guard was like, oh, you don't need anything more. You've got everything you wanted. And Bill turned around and I just looked him straight into his eyes and I said, I just got one more question. Are you that person I'm texting with on Skype? And I will never ever forget the look in his face because he looked at me and he said, I mean, I do have Skype, but I don't think I'm texting with you there. And at this moment, I just started crying and it's still really hard to talk about it. I just started crying, I turned away. I was done with my life. I was over and out. And Bill, of course, was really confused because he had no fucking idea what was going on. So he just turned around and looked at me in a really sad way. So I immediately started texting my Bill Kaulitz on Skype and I was like, why the fuck did you lie to me? Why didn't you tell me the truth? I asked you a million times, are you really Bill? I asked you a million times to send me a picture of you. I mean, of course, you couldn't send me a picture because you were not fucking Bill Kaulitz. And that person pretended to know nothing. Like, what are you talking about? Of course I'm Bill. And I'm like, no, I know that you're not because I met the real fucking Bill Kaulitz. So I know that it's not you. I'm sorry for going completely crazy right now, but this is really emotional and I'm pretty hot right now. That person still pretended not to know anything. And of course I thought about the fact that it's not Bill 1 or 2 years ago. But I told myself, I'm cool with that. I like the person behind. But who is the person behind? I don't know the person behind, because that person behind pretended to be Bill all the time. He talked about the band, he talked about music, he talked about his brother, he talked about his dog, you know. So I don't really know who the person behind is. And I don't even remember what I said to that person, but I was just really hurted and broken inside. And after a few days, the person texted me and told me, well, I feel like I own you the truth now. Thank you so much. After 2 years of lying to me, you finally have the balls to tell me who you are. And yeah, it turned out that the person I was texting with 2 fucking years, every single night, I lost so much sleep, oh my god. She was a girl living in Germany, studying psychology, and yeah, that's it. I don't even know why she did that to me. I don't even know how you can have so much power, so much energy, and so much time to pretend to be another person, to, you know, it feels like she was working on that for her whole life and she was waiting for that moment. It's so crazy. I don't even know how she did that. She did an amazing job. Like, I gotta tell you, you did amazing. If you ever watch this video, honey, you did an amazing job. But yeah, you broke a lot of hearts, I guess, and you just wrecked a lot of souls. When you think it can't get even worse, here's the icing on the cake. Of course, I told everyone on Skype, it's not him, it's a girl from Germany. I even knew her name, so I told everyone about it. And she got mad at me for telling the other girls that it's not Bill. How can you get fucking mad at me if you just fucking lied to me for 2 years? And now I'm the asshole because I told the other girls that you are not Bill Kaulitz. This is some weird shit. Like, I don't even know what to say. And then she was just hating on me because I told the other girls and I told everyone on Twitter. I can't even believe that this happened to me, but yeah, of course it did. Like, my life would have been so boring, right? So yeah, that's the time where my life was like a catfish episode for 2 whole years. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to hear more story times, then, well, I don't know. I don't even know if I have more story times because my life is boring as fuck. And I will see you in the next video, probably speaking German again. I don't know yet. I love you. Bye. Mwah.